Hey guys, Bobby Hughes here with Pride Custom Firearms, and just want to bring you guys a video today. It's my first kind of in-depth, detailed video or whatever since I've been back in Tennessee and been out of the Army. So I'm going to start a little series called The Journey to Homesteading, and this will be the first chapter, and we'll just label them 1, 2, 3, and 4, so on and so forth. And I'm going to try not to make them too boring, but basically what this video is going to be for is for anyone who wants to get away from the everyday society's definition of life, you know, the same old crap every day. And they want to homestead, they want to, you know, grow their own food and be as self-sufficient as possible and things like that. But maybe you can't afford to live out in the country with lots of acres and things like that. So that's what this series is going to be for. And it's going to sort of be like the Heritage Homestead series that I started. The Heritage Homestead is still in the works, so to speak, but this is the first stop on our journey to the Heritage Homestead. And so what we'll call this is the Heritage Urban Homestead. So anyway, just kind of a backstory on what happened. The house that I'm sitting in right now, used to belong to my wife's grandparents. It was the house that her dad and her uncle grew up in. Nothing fancy about the house at all. It's just early to mid 40s construction. It's got about probably a quarter acre maybe. It's a corner lot, probably not even a full quarter acre, to be honest with you. It's pretty small, area. But it's big compared to some of the bigger cities. I do have a little bit of space, so it's going to be pretty good. And we'll do a walk around here in a minute. I'll show you how much space I've got and kind of what the plan is. But anyway, it belonged to them, belonged to her grandparents. When her granddad died, her dad inherited the house. Unfortunately, they still owed on the house, so he didn't inherit it for free. He inherited the payoff to go along with it. So he kept it for a while. Excuse me, I'm nasally because I think I'm still sick, but regardless, just that cold bug going around. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, he inherited the house, paid it off, the payoff to go with it or whatever, so he paid it off. And then he rented it. He played landlord for a little while, and he rented it out a few times, mainly to family. And then the last time he rented out to this family that's not our family. They destroyed the place, tore holes in the sheetrock, knocked the windows out. Worked on engines in the living room. The carpet was ruined. The whole house, it was a mess. And so my father-in-law hired me to renovate it so that he could put it on the market and sell it. My wife didn't like the idea of it leaving the family, so she asked me if we could buy it. And I said, babe, this ain't part of the plan. What about Heritage Homestead? And she said that she just really wanted to keep it in the family. So I looked at our finances and worked out a deal with her dad, and we bought the place. I started renovations on it in August. I came home for a couple weeks from Wisconsin, started renovations in August. Didn't plan on buying the house then, it wasn't part of the plan. Ran into a ton of structural issues, rotted beams and sagging rafters and just no support in the floor under the center of the floor. A lot of structural issues, and so I got all those straightened out, and then started working on interior since we've been back, since I've been out of the Army, since we've been back in October. Took a couple weeks off when I first got back, and then I got started on it. And it's a slow process. We wanted to be in it by now, but you know, I still have to pay the bills. So I work on it when I don't have any other work, and when a job comes in, I go do that job, and it'll set until I get that job done or whatever, because I got to pay the bills. So you know, we'll do it. We'll, you know, just get it done as soon as we can. Right now, we're estimating probably end of January, 1st of February, somewhere around in there, and we should be able to move in. It's coming along pretty good. It took me a while to get all the structural stuff straightened out, but now it's all straightened out. It's all new electrical, all new plumbing, all the structure is solid, new subfloors, new underlayment, new roof, new windows, new doors, new siding, new everything. Everything in this house is brand new except for the shell. And even the color of the shell is new, the siding and roof and stuff. So, but the frame that we started with is all that's left. I changed the floor plan on the interior. We took out a load-bearing wall and put a beam in. So, I mean, there was a lot that we did. But anyway, not part of the original plan, but now, you know, sometimes life throws you a curveball. So now it has become the plan. And what we're going to do is make this into a urban homestead. We're going to have our chickens, rabbits, garden, dogs, water catchment system, the gun room, a shop, everything right here on this little property, which is going to be really sweet. So let me give you a tour of the unfinished house real quick. I'll show you that, and then we'll walk outside real quick, and I'll show you kind of where things are going to go. And that'll be pretty much it for this video, but I just wanted to, I'm going to be doing some videos coming up, you know, on setting up the chicken coop and things like that. And so I wanted everyone to understand where I was at and what I'm doing while we're not out in the country somewhere and while we're in the city. But anyway, the only crappy part about this area is that we call it the projects, but I'm sure it's not the projects compared to a lot. It's the housing authority. It's the government assisted living houses are across the way over there. So that's the only negative side to it, and I wouldn't necessarily say that's a negative. Most of those are old elderly people. It's just, it hurts the value of the area, but I have a pretty good view. So anyway, this is when you come in the front door. You can see that beam there. That's where the wall was we took out, and that's going to be the kitchen back there. Obviously, this is the living area in here. It's not very big. It's not a big house. It's less than 1,000 square feet. So, you know, it's kind of all along the same lines as we had planned before. There's no reason to have anything that big right now. We don't need it. I'll show you the view here, looking out the window. It's not a bad view looking over. That's downtown and the old city of Morristown. So, if it wasn't for the semi-truck trailers here, that's a tech school. And I mean, it's pretty. You can see the mountains and stuff off in the distance. Not a bad view. I mean, not for living in the projects, so to speak. But anyway, like I said, kitchen over here. I got the blue tape on the floor. That's where the cabinets are going to go. Have a little island right here. So anyway, I'm just working on the sheetrock now, trying to get it all up. So that'll be laundry closet. This is an eat-in kitchen, so you know what you see is what you got. No dining room. Laundry closet, and that'll be where we stack be a stack washer and dryer in here. Insulated so that you don't hear it in our bedroom. Coming down the hall now. This is the bathroom. It's kind of dark. And that's the bathtub back behind the insulation laying up against it there. But anyway, we completely reconfigured the bathroom. All new drainage, all new PEX plumbing. Everything is all new. So anyway, coming down the hall, this is one bedroom here. It's not very, I mean, it's not big, but it's not little. It's about a 10 by 12, 10 by 11-ish. Anyway, that's going to be Caleb's room. There's a little closet there. And then coming, oh, that's going to be the for the hot water heater and the PEX manifold. This will be the master bedroom in here. So it's a little bit bigger. It's 12 by 12 with a closet. Oh, one cool thing. Well, there's multiple cool things about doing your own house, but this is the closet, and that is network cables and RG6 cables, so aka internet cables and TV cables. I ran one to each, or both bedrooms has internet cable and cable TV cable, and then the one box there to the left is the cable coming in. So anyway, when they come out, and then the living room's got a run, gun room's got a run, the desk area's got a run. Everything's, you know, pre-wired. I've already got all the wires pulled, and so that way whenever they hook up my internet, the modem, the router, the switch, we'll have a shared drive, hard drive that sits up here. Everything will set up here on top of the shelf in the closet, so that way you don't have that crap setting out all over the place. You don't have to try to find somewhere to put it. But anyway, and then you just plug in, like right over there, above that outlet's where you would plug in this room. Over there's where you'd plug in that room. So anyway, little archway. It's kind of dark. The sun's going down. Little archway going into a little mud room, sort of. This is a change from the original floor plan. Originally, there was no doorway from the garage into the house because the garage was actually added on years later, and there used to be windows right there that went into the house from the garage. So anyway, we added the door. That was part of the reconfiguration. This area back here is going to be my gun room. We had to go in, and this was one of the areas where the support was bad. The roof was sagging. You can't see, it's too dark. But anyway, I put these beams in and put posts up after I jacked the roof up to level it back out. So anyway, it'll make good storage up on top of there. I'll lay some boards or some plywood or something up on top, and that'll make good storage. And then I'm going to put a wall right in line here, and this will be the gun room. I've already got the outlets in there. Put an extra window in. Anyway, that'll be the gunsmithing room. So then we've got a door that goes outside here, and I'll show you the property real quick. We'll just go back here in the backyard. So here's the backyard. It's not too small. I mean, it's pretty decent size for living in the city, I guess. Anyway, you can see the outside here. It's pretty. I've still got some work to do on everything except one end down here. I'll take you and show you what it's going to look like. So anyway, this is what it's going to look like. It's the clay siding with the white trim. So I had to get this side done so that I could put my panel up, my new panel, and that way they could come out and hook it up. But anyway, that's what the rest of the house will look like here. So I'll take you over here and show you what I'm going to do. We're going to put sorry about the sun, we're going to put a privacy fence up, a wood privacy fence, right there at the corner of the neighbor's fence. Probably come up a little ways, and then it'll go right down along this rock wall. I love this little rock wall thing. It's ugly, but it's a good way to keep people from driving up in your yard and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll put a wood privacy fence across here, and then come up to the house with it, up to the corner of the house to fence in the backyard. I've already got chain link on two sides, but it's not mine, it's the neighbor's. So eventually what I would like to do is put up a wood privacy fence all the way around, but for right now it's not a priority. I've got pretty good neighbors, real good neighbors there. These neighbors are good right now, but they're getting ready to move. But anyway, back over here, what I was going to do, this kennel thing. I did some bartering, and somebody I know had a leak in their dining room. They were trying to sell their house, and they had a leak in their dining room, and it was just a brown spot. The leak was fixed, and they were going to hire me to fix prime and paint the dining room. And anyway, I asked what they were going to do with the kennel. They moved, and they took the animals with them. And they said, we were going to sell it. I was like, well, I'll paint or prime and paint your dining room if you'll give me that kennel. So anyway, that's going to be the chicken run for the chickens. We'll just build a little coop, sort of like we built before, and put it right here in the back. Put some chicken wire over the top, and then we're going to put it over here in the corner of the lot. And then I'll have my rabbit hutch over here too. And then down here on this low side is where I'm actually going to build my shop and my greenhouse. So it'll set, I'll build up with some blocks, and then that way it'll level across there, and we'll put the shop and then a greenhouse off to the side. That's south there, so sun rises that direction, up and over from the south, or more predominant south facing. So the greenhouse is going to set, kind of arch that way so that the sun hits it pretty much all day, which would be nice. Anyway, walking around, trying to hurry this video up. Walking around this way, front yard's pretty good size. Once again, neighbors across the road, really super awesome neighbors there. So anyway, front yard's pretty good, and we're gonna kick it. We're gonna put a twist in everyday Tennessee living. We're gonna put the garden in the front yard right here. There used to be a flower bed right here. Well, there still is. I'm gonna pull all these dabbling rocks out of here and do a hugelkultur raised bed right here in front of the porch. A pretty good sized bed. It's not going to be a huge garden, but it's going to be big enough to grow quite a bit. And then we'll probably put some sort of flower garden and stuff over here. So it'd be pretty nice. Got some work to do on the driveway. There's my van, my work van. So anyway, yep, so that's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to, kind of give you guys, there's the roof, kind of give you guys the tour of the homestead. And that way you guys, like I said, you know what's going on. You know that I'm not just at somebody's house doing stuff. We had a change of plans. So anyway, like I said, life happens, stuff happens, plans change. I'm not butthurt about it. I like the area pretty good. It's nice that we're still kind of close to our parents and stuff like that. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Life after being out of the Army for about October, November, December, January, about 4 months now, 3 months now. It's a weird transition. It's I find myself frustrated sometimes at civilians. Not that, and I don't say civilians demeaning, I just lazy civilians, and it's a transition. It's tough. Definitely a transition with the pay. When in recruiting, I didn't do nothing and got paid for it. And, out here working on my own, trying to build my business, that's definitely a tough thing. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't want to ramble, but like I said, I wanted to show you guys what was going on and kind of do a more in-depth update. And like I said, we'll call this the journey to homesteading. And like I said, it's for those that are interested in giving up their everyday run-of-the-mill crap and being more self-sufficient and a lot more relaxed, a lot more stress-free life. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So until the next video, guys, get out there, shoot some guns, be safe, and most importantly, have fun. See you guys later.